This school near the Ukrainian city of Kyiv reopened 6 months ago after being destroyed by Russian shelling at the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion in February of 2022.
Прильоти були в стіни, в боки школи.
The roof and the walls of the school were hit, and the front porch was completely destroyed. Near the school were about 15 pits from the explosions of mines and shells. And on the board it was still written, February 23rd. I cried a lot.
Обливатись кров'ю.
After the region was deoccupied, volunteers from the local charity Gurtum offered to help rebuild the school. At first, they planned to just fix the roof, but thanks to donors all over the world, the whole school was renewed.
But now it is prohibited to open a school that does not have a shelter, so we began to think about how to build it as well.
But Kagal ended up building no ordinary shelter.
The shelter is supposed to be small and underground like a cellar, so the first association was hobbits and their houses.
With cute fake windows, round door and paintings on the walls, this shelter looks straight out of the Hobbit movies. Most importantly, students like it and are not afraid to go inside when the air raid sirens start.
The form of this shelter reduces the psychological stress of students, for sure. It is like entering a fairy tale. Not one child cried there. No one told me, I want to see my mother.
And air sirens are heard often here. Used to it, students get dressed, take their emergency go bags and go to the shelter.
An air siren means we need to go to the shelter.
This is like a cabin in a forest. It's not scary.
We sit here while the siren is on.
In spite of its fabulous look, the shelter is extremely safe with all amenities inside.
We have bio-toilets, heaters, electricity, and the internet. Here is a box with water and cookies in case of a long air alarm. The frame of the shelter is covered with reinforced concrete from the outside. There are 2 exits.
Kagal says he wants to transform this shelter into a creativity room after the war, and he hopes the time will come soon. Lesia Bakalets, VOA News, Kyiv.